Hello, welcome to SquishiVision. My name is Harris, and we're reacting to the season finale of Secret Invasion Home. So we're also giving a opinion on the entire show as a whole. I've had a shower since I did my Star Trek reaction, so hopefully I'm a bit more awake now because that was a bit of a mess. I really wanted to like this show. Really wanted to like it. What's my captain? There we go. Yeah, I really wanted to like the show. That was an ending. Things happen. It just didn't go. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. I've not read the comics, so I went into this mostly blind. I think I was expecting more espionage and more like mystery and stuff, but it was just so by the books. And then the ending was basically nothing, very little to do with Nick Fury being a man. I mean, this is the Samuel L. Jackson vehicle in the MCU. This is the character who at this point has been in it for the longest, because he was in Iron Man in 2008, and now he's in it here 15 years later. And he's the only character who's been in the show for this, like, the franchise this long. I just felt they'd do more with it. I think a lot of people feel the same. I mean, the show isn't terrible by any means. It's just, it ended on like, I mean, I've seen so many things, and usually I resist the negativity on the internet about shows because I want to embrace the positivity of things I watch, and I want to enjoy it, and I don't want to like waste time, you know, being negative about things. But someone was like, this ending was basically what She-Hulk was satirizing. There was like very little originality, and I mean, it didn't even look particularly good. These shows suffer massively. I mean, I guess one pro I could say is it's not, I mean, a lot of these MCU shows suffer from like the finale, the episode 6 finale issue, and usually it's that they wrap up most of the conflict in the penultimate episode, and then the finale just goes and does something a bit different. At least this one was kind of not that, but it still wasn't really like the kind of satisfying conclusion that I was kind of hoping it would be. I don't know, what could I have done different? What was I expecting? What made me not that impressed? I mean, I don't think this episode okay. I don't think anything in particular disappointed me. I just think there was nothing really there that kind of thrilled me. I watched the episode on Wednesday, and then I've just not a chance to react to it, so I'm going off like 4 days past memory here. I don't think Gaia is the most powerful person in the MCU, because I think, as someone on Twitter pointed out, they only have bits and pieces of everyone's special ability. I guess not everyone's special ability necessarily. I mean, maybe that's wrong, but as far as we can tell, so it's very possible that she just has like the best bits of everyone, but like none of like the other parts of their strength. So it's still not her being the most powerful. But still, that being said, she still is one of the most powerful superheroes in the MCU. I mean, Fury's also, here's the thing. The plot twist in this episode was the exact same plot twist in the What If All the Avengers Were Murdered episode. You know, when Ant-Man, when Hank Pym tried to kill all the Avengers in revenge, and the way Nick Fury beat him was basically get a super powerful entity to impersonate him, bring him into a trap, and then beat him. And that's exactly what kind of happened here, I guess. Although we were equally as strong, but I mean, for sure, it's all about, you know, what if espionage, but people could literally become anyone they wanted. It didn't really deliver on that promise. I do like the ending in that the whole idea of, you know, fear and a war against terror, and the kind of satirizing of American policy, in that the president immediately goes like, okay, well, let's just now provoke racial hatred against a group of refugees because of an action of a few. is actually pretty good commentary. Maybe not timely in that, you know. Well, I guess it's timely in that the world hasn't really moved on from that prejudice, but you know, it's not the most unique message to make. But hey, it made it, and it's a good message, so well done there. But that was probably the best part of the episode. Everything that Fury did in the hospital to get into a position where he could shoot Rhodes was like nothing we haven't seen before. We know that he's good at sneaking around and shooting people, and the fact that all it basically came down to was a quick job. It wasn't even that particularly impressive. There wasn't really any tenseness around it. I don't think Rhodes has been a Skrull until at least after Endgame, just because. I mean, it says in the show that Gravik didn't start rebelling until after the war on Earth, or the Battle of Earth, and also someone pointed out that at the Battle of Earth, or at least around that time, Rhodes has bled, so he must have been bled red, I should say. So he must have been human. People seem convinced that he was kidnapped at Civil War because he's wearing the same hospital gown. I'm like, it's a very tenuous link. I'm more curious as to know when Ross got kidnapped. Also, the fact that someone could get that close to the Prime Minister with a pistol is kind of impressive, considering like the security around the area. I mean, Marvel do know like the amount of security around Number 10. Like, to even get that close, you need to like go through a whole bunch of security checks. You're just walking on the street. That, you know, it's private. Downing Street's a private road. It's strange because like these episodes always seem so short. Very little seems to happen. So, you know, Gaia infiltrates the area and basically just has a fist fight and just happens to win. The fist fight looked alright. People have been criticizing how it looked, and I'm like, it's not like the best CGI, but for TV it's pretty decent. I mean, I don't know what it's hard to say because Marvel's been pretty dire with how it's been treating its VFX artists. So, but I mean, you know, not getting to that side of things, it is pretty decent. Like, I can't complain too much. That part's fine. Other than like, out of other shows, are we really taking this one? Do we really need to conclude this type of show with a fist fight? I don't think so. And the Similar Hospital wasn't that unique. And then after that, it was just kind of like wrapping up loose ends. I mean, like I said, my favorite part of the episode was the commentary on the War of Terror. After that, it was basically just kind of, oh, it's the Christmas song. Furious go back to space, and then we got Marvel's coming up. So yeah, all in all, I mean, if I was to rank all of the shows, this would probably be my least favorite. I mean, it had some really good moments. I think the best moments were literally just the acting, with like the character bits, with the bits between Talos and Fury. Those I loved watching, and I loved watching the nuance of the acting. I think Ben, and the fact that they killed him off with very little kind of fanfare and consequence just seemed like very cheap. So I mean, yeah, it has for like the acting and the characters playing with each other. And I did like the whole thing between Fury and his wife, about Fury's wife having to assassinate him. That was good. There were some good bits of the series like that, and like the premise in the first episode, it started off strong, and it just didn't deliver at the end. And I sense throughout the entire thing, how well I look back on this series is going to be like how I'll deliver at the end, because that seems to be the thing with the MCU, and I just don't think it did. So if I was to rank them all, it would, I tweeted it, so I might as well bring up Twitter thing and remind myself what I said. Where are you? So Loki, I think is my so out of all the ones so far, Loki I think is my best, just because I think that was like consistently good throughout it. ended on such a really good high note, like a very potent cliffhanger. Hawkeye, because it delivered entirely its promise. It was fun, it was Christmassy, it was actiony, it had good character moments. Liked it. She-Hulk, I'm rating high because I think it also delivers highly in its promise. It had a very weird ending, and it wasn't my type of show. It was a lot like kind of blue humor, so it wasn't for me entirely, but I felt it delivered, like it was exactly what I was expecting it to be, so I can't really criticize it for doing that. Like, it was probably the most consistent show of them all. The next I'm more fuzzy on. I think Ms. Marvel and Moon Knight are like similar. I have problems with Ms. Marvel, but I think they're mostly personal. I think it also did very well in delivering what it promised. I think it had the issue of it resolved the plot line like an episode early, and it had the weird ending thing that I've criticized, so I didn't like that. Other than that, I liked it. Moon Knight didn't have that 6th episode problem or last episode problem. So maybe actually Moon Knight's a bit better than Ms. Marvel. Maybe I need to revise that. The Falcon, Winter Soldier, and WandaVision are very, again, toe to toe. WandaVision was a television experience. It was really good until the ending, and it really disappointed me. Falcon Winter Soldier was alright, like, and then Secret Vision I think is slightly disappointing. So that's kind of my rankings. My nose is clogging up. I need to do a quick reaction to Indiana Jones, which is why I'm wearing this top, because I can't bother to film and edit that, so I'm just gonna do it live, and then I need to go and do some stuff and edit my other video. So yeah, I will see you in a few seconds. Bye.